Dumelang Botswana ko gae. Good morning world. We are gathered here today as Wikimedia Community User Group Botswana to celebrate the 10 years anniversary of Art and Feminism as one of the sister projects of Wikimedia. Wikimedia Community User Group Botswana is a group that is formulated by volunteers to create content about Botswana in Setswana and English in the digital space, focusing more especially in Wikipedia and its sister projects. One will also want to know what Art and Feminism is. Art and Feminism is a non-profit making organization that is leading the global campaign on representing women, CIS, transgender, and gender at large. So today we are gathered here. Instead of making a celebration, we have decided to look back on our track record, what we have been doing, and we have also decided to call upon the stakeholders of whom we think we are doing something similar and whom we think we can collaborate with in the future going forward to represent these groups that I've already mentioned.
My name is Takudzwa. I'm the youth counselor at Mebala Youth Studios. Mebala Youth Studios is an organization that was developed for youth empowerment, and we mainly deal with financial literacy and also business registrations and also startup projects for youth. And these are funded by, one of the projects is funded by the Standard Chartered Bank. And on the other side, we have the Youth Counseling Office, which is where I come from. With the Youth Counseling Office, we currently have a few programs that we are doing. We currently have a Safe Spaces program that was formulated in response to the rising GBV cases in Botswana. We realized that the youth also need a safe space where they can dialogue and discuss, especially the women, and they can share their thoughts, experiences, and also their success stories as to how they combated some difficult problems that they were facing. We currently are also partnered up with the Botswana Trans Initiative, which is an organization that is built around the transgender community, particularly the whole LGBTQ plus society. And recently we were also partnered up with the Botswana Society for Human Development. So currently we are also looking for collaborators to expand our footprint, especially raising awareness in mental health when it comes to issues that are surrounded around culture especially. Our services are free. We offer free online counseling, free in-person counseling, and also group counseling. And even I mentioned the financial aspects as well. They are also free. So if you have a business idea and you want to consult, we also offer those services for free. So everything that we offer at Mebala is free.
How can we as Art and Feminism help you to push your agenda as Mebala Youth Studio?
Within Botswana, there is a very strong cultural presence, which sometimes hinders us from breaking the stereotypes, especially surrounding women and women's roles within society. So with Arts and Feminism, I feel like you already have an aspect that we do not have, which is a reach within the feminism sphere. So if you were to come and collaborate with us, I feel like we would learn more in terms of how we can also navigate maybe similar problems you might have faced at the beginning of your project. And this can also help improve our outreach programs as well.
My name is Dr. Chedudoti Budale, as she has already mentioned, and I'm the board member, publicity secretary of Emang Basadi. And just to describe what Emang Basadi does, Emang Basadi was formed in 1986. It was formed to challenge discriminatory laws, practices against women in Botswana. And we became very popular, or we were able to mobilize more following the Citizenship Act, in which we wanted to challenge it, whereby women who were married to foreign men could not be able to ensure that citizenship was passed to their offsprings. So those are one of the main things that led to Emang Basadi and women like Bo Atalia Molokome, whose one of the founders of Emang Basadi, to fight against all those discriminatory laws and practices. We have various projects in place. We have the political education, in which we try to sensitize, we also focus on capacity building of women in politics. We have a project called Mebala that has been running for some time, whereby we try to also train the women on political issues. We try also to train them on public speaking, on mentoring, and we also try to teach them on what feminism is, what gender issues are. And we also continue to try to advocate for funding for these women from various political parties. And then we have Emang Basadi, where we focus on the girl child. We try to also empower the youth in terms of issues of entrepreneurship, to try and just, also the boy child also, we also try and focus on them in such programs. And then we have the counseling services that we provide, counseling, legal aid services that we provide for people who have challenges at home, be it marriage issues and all that stuff, or issues of gender-based violence, or issues of mental health. We provide such services to them. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram. That's where we mainly operate, and we try to sensitize the public on just general issues affecting women and other marginalized groups. And we also try to educate them about issues of women empowerment, the importance of women empowerment, and so forth.
Moving forward, is Emang Basadi open for global collaboration?
Yes, we are. We are open for global collaboration. Actually, we do operate at a national and global level. At a national level, we operate with Bukongo, Botswana non-governmental Council for Non-Governmental Organizations. We operate with Botswana. We operate with Bonela, and at a regional level, we operate under the SADC Gender Protocol Alliance, but we fall under Bukongo. We address women's issues, sexual and reproductive health, issues concerning women empowerment, political education, issues of peace and security. We address also those issues at a regional level. And at a global level, we are involved with the African Women Development Fund, AWDF, for the program of Mebala, in which we try to ensure that there are more women participating in politics, particularly those from marginalized backgrounds. Trainings take place in various areas. We're not only limited to Gaborone. We are also at various areas like Francistown, Bobono, Palape, various district areas. And for you to just know if we're there, we have representatives there, but you can always liaise with those from our office in Gaborone to find out more details about how you can also be involved in those activities.
How can we as Art and Feminism help you to present your issues in a global platform?
Really need Art and Feminism. Gender issues, they are just widespread. They need to be addressed. We've got the issue of gender-based violence now, of which we know that 70% of women are abused. That is, like, Botswana is now ranked like the highest globally in terms of GBV issues. So issues such as that, we need to be collaborating with you. Issues such as pay, gender pay, that affect women in organizations, and vertical and horizontal segregation. By that I mean whereby you find that there's a hierarchy. Certain jobs that are at a high level, you find that they're mostly male, and at the lower level they're women. And for them to progress to that higher level, there are normally barriers for them, and issues of unpaid labor, child care. Those are all issues that we need to stand and speak with one voice and address such issues, because together we can address issues better.
I'm here to represent a beautiful magazine. It's called Woman to Woman. It's an organization that specializes in publishing achievements of women, and we advocate for women's businesses to be funded, especially local businesses. We also attend events to reach out to young women and corporates to involve us in their organization's missions. Maybe if an organization would like to be published in our magazine, we give them an opportunity at a fee for advertising in our magazine. And we also have a social enterprise department where we invite women to tell us their stories and their experiences, how they have managed to run their businesses in the industry as women. Since it's not really, as we know, it's not easy for a woman to run a business. We network, we help women to network with bigger organizations for mentoring and for training, networking. Our organization also has a website. It's woman2womanafrica.com. You can reach us there. You can also have insight into our other issues, our other previous issues for the magazine. We cover stories and we collaborate with other organizations, and we collaborate with our previous business owners who have been in our network trainings, because sometimes we attend network trainings and then we meet our small business owners, and then we collaborate with them so that we can involve them in the magazine for more exposure. And the other exciting venture that we have done, we empower women in sports, especially when it comes to the golfing sport. With our stakeholders, we hold golf tournaments at Gaborone Golf Estate. We encourage women to join the golfing sport because we have noticed that that's a male-dominated sport. So it really empowers women. That's one of our initiatives, so it's pretty exciting.
How can we collaborate with you as Art and Feminism to help you push your agenda in covering business owners, women business owners in Botswana? As Ma Oteng has mentioned, I'm also a volunteer with Wikipedia. I would be more than happy to work with your organization so that we can share your profiles from your list of women entrepreneurs so that we can also help them to be exposed in the magazine. More coverage, the better. Because it's really important to get our women empowered, especially in the business sector. Joining me next is one of our past winners of our challenges for Art and Feminism. Her name is Alice Wilson. She was the third runner-up of our WikiCode challenge in 2022, whereby we were creating content about women, notable women in Botswana, what they have said, and what they have said, how it inspires other women. So Alice, kindly introduce yourself.
I'm a young 24-year-old Botswana lady. I'm actually a technician, IT technician. I met Oteng in last year in 2022. I saw an ad on Facebook about Art and Feminism on one Saturday morning, and I just decided I'm gonna go for it. It was actually my first time seeing the post, and then I saw that they're hosting a competition at University of Botswana. I went there, I joined in. The team was very welcoming, they were very friendly, and then we started editing codes. I actually didn't think I would actually win, like get a third position. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but yeah, they were very helpful, they were friendly, and I managed to win.
Thank you, Alice, for joining us here today. How is it being a volunteer and creating towards a pool of free knowledge in the digital space. How is it?
For me, it was quite an exhilarating experience. I got to, besides editing the codes, I got to network with other youth. I got to know a lot about them, and I actually learned a lot about Botswana women. There were some women that I didn't know what they were into. I just knew the names because they're public figures. But upon doing research about them, I actually got to know a lot and what they do in the country, their contribution towards the development of the country and towards uplifting women as a whole in Botswana. So I learned a lot. It was quite an experience for me. And besides learning about Botswana women, I got to network with other youth, create networks, make friendships, and know each other on a personal level.
Are you still contributing towards Wikipedia projects?
I think I might need to get back because I think I would suggest that the organization creates room for even other people, because the only time I was doing that, I was still a student, and after graduation I never. For us to continue to keep going, maybe we need to have more exposure, widen the circle, accommodate for even out of school students and out of school people, postgraduates, and every other person in the community.
As Wikimedia community user group, we are not just focused on students. We invite everyone. Even graduates are allowed to contribute towards that, because we need those graduates to contribute and add more information towards the digital space. We need researchers. We need people who are educated, because as we know, Wikipedia is the platform whereby when you search for information, it's the search engines that pops out first. So it's not just based on school or on students for contribution. We need even new graduates. If I check properly, we don't have even an article from a technician in Botswana in the Wikipedia space. That's where you guys get in. But like you said, I like the fact that you are willing to come back and continue contributing towards Art and Feminism and other Wikipedia sister projects. How can we make this thing interesting for you guys so that you stay and not go?
I think we need more coverage, more exposure, more engagement with the alumni, as well as hosting events, more events. Of course we host events, but more events every now and then, and reach out even in remote areas, not just within Gaborone. I think that would really help widen the circle and reach, make more awareness.
That was such an eye-opener. We will look into it and enlarge our coverage going outside Gaborone, because basically for now we are stationed in Gaborone because of lack of resources. Thank you, Alice, for coming through. What can you say to us as Art and Feminism? We are celebrating 10 years of milestone. What can you say to us?
Well, I'd say keep going. #she said.
Joining me here next is Pearl Matlamelamu, our long-term volunteer editor for Wikimedia Community User Group Botswana. She has actually won several competitions with us from Wikipedia sister projects like Wikicode and Wikigap, whereby we are contributing through Wikidata. So Pearl, introduce yourself today and tell us more about yourself.
Okay, my name is Pearl Matlamelamu, like she's already said. Wiki username is Lito. I joined Wikimedia in 2021 through the Wikipedia and African Libraries course, which was meant for librarians, where we were taught how to edit and add content into Wikipedia, Wikimedia Commons, and Wikipedia sister projects.
Today we are celebrating 10 years of a milestone as Art and Feminism, and your contribution is there as a contributor. How do you feel?
I believe it's one of the things that makes me very happy to know that I am one of the people who are pushing the Botswana content to be visible on the digital space. I just wish other people could join in and help us to take this to greater.
What can you say to another Botswana out there at home about Wikipedia and about contributing to the source of free knowledge in the digital space? What can you say to them?
What I can say is this is not for so and so. It's for us all. It should be upon you as a Botswana, whether you are a researcher, whether you are a lecturer, a student, or in whatever position, you can join us and help us put the content there. Like, I urge you to come on board, and especially researchers, especially, we should be at a point where we're having university lecturers here. We should be having these public figures helping us edit, because what I know or how far I can research can never be the same as how you can go. Even the issue of access to resources, like university students, you have access to plenty of sources in the university libraries. Like, you can go to the library, search in the books, and then you can find all the information that you need to put up on Wikipedia.
As she has already said, Wikipedia is for us all. Contributing to the to Wikipedia is not just for students, it's for everyone. We urge you to come and join us and create content about Botswana, Batswana, in Setswana, and everything affecting Botswana. We need researchers, we need graduates, we need lecturers, we need almost everyone who has something to say about Botswana in the digital space to come through and join us so that we can ensure that Botswana is also covered. We have to reach a point whereby when I search something about Botswana, it pops. Even if, no matter how small it is, if I search for Macville Guest House in the internet space, it should pop out because it is something from Botswana. When I search about wildlife from Botswana, I should be able to find those kind of information, and there is no one else who can add that information except me and you. So I urge you, Botswana, to come and join Wikimedia Community User Group. We are volunteers, we do this for free.
Happy 10 years anniversary, Art and Feminism! Ooh la la!